afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Black Robe podcast. It's your girl, Anzhane Slaughter here, sitting with one of my fellow design challengers, Mr. Dale Baker. How are you doing, Dale?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. You know, it's another weekday. It's been a long day, but of course, nothing makes me happier than to be here on the podcast. And with another young face. It's really nice. So today's episode, guys, is centered around Dale and our design challengers. We want to give you guys a little insight on what our design challengers have been doing since the Freedom Summer Symposium, what events we have in store coming up, and then to dive a little bit deeper about who is actually a design challenger, right? Dale's been with us since before the Freedom Summer Symposium. And so I just kind of want to ask you, Dale, how did you hear? Well, first of all, tell our audience a little bit about yourself, where you're from, you know, all those basic elevator speech. We all want to hear it.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name's Dale Baker. I'm from Seattle. Of course, I'm spacing right now, right?
That's okay. That's okay. How old are you, Dale?
I'm 24.
24. Okay. And you're born and raised here in Washington?
Yes.
In Seattle? Okay. That's what's up. And then how'd you hear about the IBJ, or what made you interested in connecting with us?
Yeah. So I'm also a recent graduate of UW-Tacoma.
Okay.
And so I was introduced through school. My major is communications and my minor is in innovation and design. And that's typically just I'm actually I graduated in the first cohort of that, so that's really cool. It's like a UX design.
Oh wow. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, good. And that's how we met, right?
With the innovation and design, the global innovation, the GID lab, is that what you're talking about? At UW? Yeah. And so for those of you guys that may be tuning in for the first time or don't know too much about the Freedom Summer Symposium, it was the first ever Freedom Summer Symposium, which kind of like a leadership development incubator, right? The IBJ made it one of our missions to mentor and uplift young leaders, right? Between 18 and 35. And so this Freedom Summer Symposium was our first initiative to do just that. Where we resourced, right? We sourced from not only college campuses, but, you know, communities of color for all of the leaders across Washington to be a part of this Freedom Summer Symposium. That's awesome that you heard the information and, you know, you were interested to get on board. But what made you interested about like social justice, you know, and to actually do something about maybe some injustices that you see?
Oh, well, I'm Black,
right.
And I always find myself coming back to this kind of work. So it's just something I'm passionate about.
That's really good. I mean, that's honestly one of the reasons why I do it. You know, a lot of people are like, we don't see a lot of young 25-year-olds in policy trying to make a change, trying to make a difference, you know, and it's like, well, yeah, I'm passionate about policy, but mainly because I'm Black and I'm tired of seeing our people, you know, at the root of injustice. And I think there's a lot of young people that are Black or brown or have lived, you know, they have lived experiences with injustice, right? That want to do something about it, you know. Maybe they didn't always see it as a career, but because it's who they are, they just, you know, want to stand up for it. That's what's up. That's what's up. Are a lot of your friends also like social justice advocates? Is your circle like out here protesting and marching and tweeting about injustice?
Yes. All of my friends are very vocal.
Yeah.
I'm not as talkative, I'm not as in your face, but I'm present.
Yeah. Well, birds of a feather flock together. You know, it's all association. Like if that's who we are. And that's not just young people, but that's older people too. You know, I think that's just humans in general, right? You center yourself around a lot of young leaders. if you yourself are a leader or someone who calls out injustice, right? You're going to get along. You're not going to get along with people that are also, you know, perpetrators of injustice. You're going to, if you yourself are against it, yeah, you're going to have friends that are also. So I think that right here, we have demythified like so many stereotypes for young Black people. You know, they don't care about injustice. What you talking about? We care about it. And we have friends that care about it too. So tell our audience about what the design challengers are up to now, you know, and is this something that your friends would be interested in partaking in or joining?
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
I think I could put in a word and convince a few people to come on. But currently we're working on an event that's happening this Halloween.
This Halloween, that is so right. I'm actually really excited about it because it's not a traditional Halloween party. It's a Black-O-Ween party. So, you know, the IBJ, Institute for Black Justice, has to, you know, be unapologetically Black about all of our events, including Halloween. How do you know, Dale, you want to tell people how we plan to incorporate Blackness or, I mean, is this just a party or are we talking about voting? Are we talking about serious issues?
Yeah, so Black-O-Ween, it's super dope. Everybody come out. We're going to have food. We're going to have raffles. But yeah, we're going to talk about voting, social justice issues, and we're hoping for a pretty good outcome.
I hope so. You know, it's our first one. So, you know, if we don't have as great of an outcome, we have next year to always improve. Sometimes I don't like the first time, I don't try to shoot for the star, you know, because you always want to have room for growth, right? If this first event is super big, next year is gonna just have to top that, and that's kind of intimidating. Right. So I'm looking to have a fun time. I'm looking to see a lot of, you know, not just Black people, white people, please join us, you know, right, Bill? Can white people come to Black-O-Ween?
Yeah, we accept all the allies. We need them.
We accept all allies. I love that. We sure do, because it takes a village. It's going to take a community, especially when Black people only make 4% of the state. We can't do it on our own, right? We need those allies. And again, the philosophy behind centering Blackness from the IBJ is because it's going to raise the tide for everyone, right? When we look at disparities, Black people have always been at the bottom of the totem pole. So when we can raise the tide, it's going to just be better for everyone, right? That's facing injustice. So please join us, all walks of life. It is, you know, we do target, right? We target 18 to 35-year-olds, but Dale, can people bring their kids to this event?
Of course. And we have live music. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. We have a live DJ, so
it's going to be lit. I'm excited. I'm excited. What kind of music are you looking for this DJ to play?
Ooh, what are we allowed to play?
I think we're gonna stick on the side of clean music for sure. You know, it's this party is from 5 to 7 p.m. So you can save your ratchetness for, you know, midnight and beyond. But for this event, yeah, it's gonna be clean music. It's all about human-centered design, right, Dale? Right? It's about meeting people where they are, getting, you know, just creating that safe space for young Black people to have fun, and not just Black people, young people, right? To be intrigued and to have fun, and then also to discuss serious issues, like civil duties such as voting. So for sure. Okay, cool. We got Black-O-Ween coming up. Dale, is the IBJ the only thing that you're a part of, or, you know, do you do other stuff?
Other things that I'm a part of. I just recently became a member of the Black Collective.
Okay.
Right. And for work, I work at a consulting firm based out of Tacoma. It's called Coleman and Associates, which has been fun too. My official title there has been communications associate, and so a lot of my tasks have to do with like running the social media pages and I help with technical stuff during Zoom meetings, capturing notes during Zoom meetings, which actually was super hard. What else? I get to have fun and explore my design side. I was able to build a few websites because of them, fun fact.
Oh wow, that's what's up.
I also dabble in photography, and so I've done some like still photography for them as well.
Nice. Okay, so I see you doing, I mean, that's awesome that you were able to find a job where you're able to, you know, challenge yourself, do new things, also tap in to your creative side. But it sounds like this consulting firm, who are they consulting, or what issues do they work with? Like, you know, what kind of consulting do they do?
Yeah, so most of our consulting is centered around EDI work, so equity, diversity, and inclusion. A lot of our clients are organizations and like people throughout like the Pacific Northwest. City of Tacoma is a big one. Tacoma Creates.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm not good off the dome.
That's good. You just gave us a whole bunch of examples of the type of organization, and big organizations at that, right? City of Tacoma. I mean, these are agencies, you know, state, city agencies, government agencies, and DEI. I mean, this, you know, social equity, diversity, equity, and inclusion. These are big waves that have been happening. You know, they probably have, you know, come out of the Black Lives Matter movement. I think a lot of people can argue, you know, and so to hear that these agencies, city agencies, are hiring consulting firms on how maybe they can move forward in these initiatives, you know, that's really powerful. You know, we're seeing new job positions come up left and right. DEI positions, you know, everybody, our state has an Office of Equity now, right? It's just all about regulating equity amongst government agencies, which I think is super huge, that our state came out on that front, right? But to also hear that there's consulting firms that are helping these, you know, organizations reach their goals, right? Reach their diversity, equity, inclusion. And then it's even more awesome that they have someone like you working for them, you know, even, you know, who cares? Like your role, your communications role is very important, right? Like those notes that you're taking. I mean,
yeah, and I also I'm blessed to be able to even participate in some of the meetings. So I'm soaking up a lot of game.
That's what's up. Out of you and me both. It's so cool. Young, like for us to be this young and to be gaining this kind of experience, this leadership development now. Just imagine where we'll be in 10, 15 years, right? Really, really changing the game, hopefully. Well, that's cool. The consulting side, people don't really think about advocacy through business. A lot of times people think about advocacy only on the nonprofit side, like the IBJ, right? Or they think they have to volunteer their time to be an advocate, you know, but I mean, look at you, for example, right? There you are getting paid to work in DEI, almost DEI consulting, right? Which is certainly a form of advocacy, an advocacy for equity, you know? How does that make you feel? Is it easy to work? Is it easy to wake up every day and go to those Zoom meetings?
Some Zoom meetings are definitely more fun than others because yeah, you know, everybody's at a different spot in their journey with EDI. So it's a lot of not reteaching, but unlearning and reteaching these older people, which is it's tiring at sometimes, but it's rewarding. You have to be you have to laugh in this kind of work.
Right, you gotta be able to laugh through it all. That's cool. I mean, would you recommend this to be a pathway for other young adults that are passionate about social equity or just inequities or diversity,
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And why so?
It's like what you said earlier that stood out to me. Or at least what I heard, it sounded like, and it is, a lot of people don't think about EDI being in the workplace, which is kind of a shame because it's like we're here most majority of our time. And so I think it's important to be able to transform these spaces that we're occupying, and we shouldn't have to. By we, I mean Black people, people of color. We shouldn't have to go to work and just be drained.
Right. Be put in hostile work environments due to microaggressions. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think there's a lot of people that are passionate about the community, but they don't think that there's money in being passionate about the community, right? They don't see sustainability in that, or that they don't see that to even be a sector, right, to work in. Like we said, all these DEI positions are brand new positions. Like we were never talking. I mean, we had HR, we had like some goals, some diversity goals and ADA standards, but never really to the extent of like, and some would argue that maybe DEI isn't even enough. It's not even about just training, it's about actually, accountability, and not having an enforcement, right? But this is certainly the step in the right direction, having the conversations, calling out in non-inclusive spaces, is certainly a step in the right direction. And people need to know this. Young people need to know, like, you don't have to be working at Best Buy anymore, or not even Best Buy. I don't want to put no disrespect on no Best Buy employees, but hey, you don't have to, if you don't have to just go work. You don't have to volunteer your time to do something that's positive for the community, right? I think that's really the message here, that Dale, you found a way to get paid to be an advocate for, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I think there's other young people that, have the same, that, they just because they are Black, maybe, right? And they're tired of being mistreated, that now they're like, hey, I could see myself being, in a DEI role, right? Or something like that. So I think your story is inspiring people, or at least just with your job position. It might inspire people just to, wake up and see that there's opportunity out there.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So cool. Well, we have Black-O-Ween coming up. Dale, what do you want to tell people? What else do you want to tell people about, Black-O-Ween? How, what are the things that, we have the live DJ. What else is going to be going on that they should know of? Any other details you want to share?
I think something else that we could probably highlight is, I know times are kind of weird because of COVID. And so we are going to be abiding by like CDC rules. We're going to have box food. Everybody's going to be masked up too. So.
Yeah. And it's kind of like a drop-in type event, right? Like people can come and go as they please. I believe there will be, some kind of, it's going to be a relaxed program, right? So there'll be announcements throughout the day or throughout the event. We will have, like Dale, you mentioned, a raffle. There's going to be a costume contest. So those things will have specific times. If you guys want to participate in the costume contest, then you'll want to be there for that. We'll have this. When will we? I mean, I think we don't have the schedule out right now. Is that right, Dale? But we'll be having it out definitely this week. So because Halloween's not too far away, so just keep your eyes out for that. So if you want to participate, which we are offering prizes. Are there any other prizes that we're offering, Dale?
I can't say off the top of my head. I really wanted to raffle off a pair of shoes though. I don't know.
I know. I don't. Maybe next year. See how we have to just allow room for that improvement. Maybe next year we'll offer off some Nikes or some J's or something. That might really get people, young people there. But I saw something about some AirPods. Is that happening?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, we're getting
Yes.
Dang, I want to look at the flyer. So, because I know there's something else on it.
Well, that's okay. We'll make sure to repost and share the flyer so that we can keep people informed about Black-O-Ween. But yeah, the AirPods, if you guys want, these are real Apple AirPods, like the ones that don't have any strings, the wireless Bluetooth headset. Yeah. We're raffling off some real Apple AirPods. But you guys got to RSVP for this event, right? So we have, what is it, Dale? A QR code?
Mm-hmm.
We got a QR code for you guys to scan right from your homes. RSVP, take you less than a minute to do. And that is what's going to get you into that raffle for the AirPods. So if you're serious, or if your friends are serious about these AirPods, let them know. Got to RSVP through the QR code. Okay, yeah, well, go ahead.
I was going to say, your chances of winning are pretty high too, huh?
Right now they are, because we don't have many RSVPs, but that could change. So you guys, RSVP, okay. Dale, we're kind of wrapping this episode up, but what else is there anything else you want to share with our loyal fans here?
I don't have a final message.
No final message. Well, what about something about being a part of the design challenge and being a part of this cohort of design challengers, putting on events and the next Freedom Summer Symposium? Is there anything that you want to say about your experience being a design challenge, if it's been impactful or helpful, to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think I've actually had so much fun being a designer. The last symposium took place in summer, and we were exposed to a lot of Black art. We had lectures, and then we had a design challenge, which was dope. I can't even imagine how dope next year would be.
That's what's up. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that you felt like it was so dope, but I'm really happy that you do.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was cool, especially during the pandemic, because I've been limiting myself to from the news and some aspects of whiteness, so it was refreshing.
That's good. I'm so happy that you wanted to be a designer, that you applied to be a designer, and you've been with us ever since, helping us put on these other new events. So it's awesome to see where IBJ and where Freedom Summer Symposium will be, will grow to be, right? And it's all because other young people believe in the mission, believe in or want to be a part of some type of change, want to be a part of some type of leadership that actually empowers young people, gives us space and a budget, right? You had a budget for this design challenge, right? Or are you just buying these AirPods with your own money?
Hey, we have a budget.
We have a budget. He's like, I'm not buying them. Exactly. We have a budget. So young people, if you're interested about, being a leader in the community for social justice, learn more about the Freedom Summer Symposium, learn more about the IBJ and the design challengers, or in the designers, the design challenge, because the IBJ, we definitely invest in young leaders. We put, we give them a platform and we put money behind them so that they can make change. Dale, thank you so much for stopping by the Black Robe podcast. I really enjoyed, although we know each other and this isn't our first Zoom call. Yeah. I definitely got to learn a little bit more about you today. So I really appreciate you just opening up and sharing. And I look forward to seeing you and everyone else that's watching at the Black-O-Ween Party. It takes place October 31st from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Color Women's Club in Hilltop, Tacoma. We're gonna have balloon decorations, Black-owned business, okay? We're trying to find a Black-owned caterer company for food that's gonna be self-packaged so that we can respect CDC COVID regulations. We've hired young Black DJs, so we're keeping this blackety black. But again, yeah, so you guys, it's going to be a great event. It's going to be a great event. Everyone, it's open to everyone. We are targeting the 18 to 35 demographic, but bring your kids if you have kids, because we have clean music and there won't be any alcohol. So nothing limiting to older people. Yeah, on that note, you guys all have a blessed rest of your day. Please stay safe. We know that Tacoma is grieving right now from some recent gun violence. So you guys, please just stay safe. The Halloween, the holidays are coming. And we want us to all enjoy this time with our families, right? Make it into 2022 healthy and happy. So on that note, you guys take care. Have a good rest of your night. Again, it's Anzhane from the IBJ. See you later. Bye.